Hello and welcome to Delphis Eco's Introduction and COSHH Training. Please sign and print your name on the COSHH training record as supplied by Delphis Eco or your manager. Please ensure this record is emailed to sales@delphiseco.com. Today we will be covering the 22 bulleted topics. Please make note of all your questions and these will be answered at the end of the session along with sharing industry best practices. The duration of this presentation is approximately 45 minutes. The purpose and objectives being an introduction into Delphis Eco, gain an understanding of COSHH, build knowledge of a new or your current cleaning program and products, and gain the best results using Delphis Eco's products sustainably, safely, and correctly. Who are Delphis Eco? Delphis Eco, as loved by the professional and approved by the planet, are your sustainability, cleaning, and hygiene chemical providers. As illustrated in the displayed 10 statements that are 100% manufactured in the UK, first UK manufacturer to receive DEFRA approval and have the largest range of EU Ecolabel accredited products, a B Corp certified business, over 10 years of commercial cleaning providence, pioneered the first 100% recycled plastic bottle, all delivered sustainably, manufactured using plant-based ingredients, products that are never tested on animals, that are phosphate and phosphonate free, with VOCs, that's volatile organic compounds, removed. The plastic problem. Did you know that 80 to 90% of the world's plastic ends up in landfill or the environment and could take hundreds of years to biodegrade? It is estimated that if action is not taken now, by 2050, the ocean will contain more plastic by weight than fish. Packaging and innovation. At Delphis Eco, we are very proud to be able to say we transform single-use plastic milk bottles into our entire product range, as is illustrated in this slide. It is estimated that as consumers, we use 3 billion milk bottles in the UK per year. If we were to recycle all of these bottles, we would save 140,000 tonnes of CO2. Delphis are the first UK company to recycle single-use plastic bottles. Our plastic is all 100% UK sourced. Therefore, less plastic waste goes to landfill, incineration, or the ocean, with the outcome of less energy, less pollution, and reduced carbon footprint. An interesting fact is you will use 70% less carbon with Delphis post-consumer plastic over virgin plastic. The solution is continual innovation. The process of recycling waste plastic requires far less water than it would to make virgin plastic. This means that every time you use a Delphis Eco product, you are reducing the pollution, carbon, and water footprint of your home or business. By using recycled plastic and by sourcing entirely from the UK, we use less energy and create less pollution. Our bottles require only a fraction of transportation compared to plastic sourced beyond the UK. Once our bottles are used, they are re-recycled into more new products, taking more plastic waste out of the environment. What is COSHH? COSHH stands for Control of Substances Hazardous to Health. The objective of the law is to raise safety standards in the workplace and reduce the frequency and severity of accidents involving chemicals and other hazardous substances. COSHH is the law that requires employers to control substances that are hazardous to health. You can prevent or reduce workers' exposure to hazardous substances by finding out what the health hazards are, deciding how to prevent harm to health, risk assessment, providing control measures to reduce harm to health, making sure they are used, keeping all control measures in good working order, providing information, instruction, and training for employees and others, providing monitoring and health surveillance in appropriate cases, and planning for emergencies. Why do we clean? There are a number of good reasons for thorough cleaning. Cleaning creates a positive public image. Nobody wants to see a dirty kitchen, bedroom, washroom, or any other area of cleaning. It is a legal requirement, ultimately avoiding closure of your business. In doing so, it avoids contamination, infection, and accidents, also ensuring life longevity of surfaces and equipment, as well as reducing costly maintenance. What is a hazardous substance? Substances used directly in a work environment, such as adhesives or cleaning products, Naturally occurring substances, e.g. silo and slurry pit gases, grain or poultry dust. Substances generated during work activities, such as fumes from welding. Biological agents, such as fungi and bacteria. Are cleaning chemicals hazardous? If used incorrectly, they can be. How would you know? It will irritate or burn your skin, damage your lungs, damage your eyes, or in the worst case scenario, poison you. Even though Delphis Eco products are plant-based, free from bleach, chlorine, ammonia, perfumes, and dyes, we still use some natural acids, so please never take any chemicals for granted, and always be aware of the COSHH procedures and methods in place. How will you know? Hazardous products are always labelled with the relevant COSHH symbols. These will indicate the level of danger and cautions for the user. In 2009, the legislation changed such that all European countries under classification, labelling and packaging (CLP) conformed to the same regulations. In general, there are 6 recognised classes of hazardous substances. These include toxic, which are identified by the skull and crossbones symbol. The toxic symbol recognises chemicals that can cause a lot of damage even in low and very low quantities. It can cause fatalities when in the air, swallowed, inhaled, and put in contact with skin. Corrosive products must also be handled with great care. As the symbol suggests, contact with corrosive products can cause severe burns to body tissues, especially if the contact is prolonged. Harmful products can cause health problems if inhaled or swallowed. This classification often applies to aerosols and other airborne products which could be accidentally ingested. Products identified as irritant will irritate the skin, eyes, and internal body tissues if they are allowed to make contact. The time of exposure will be a factor in the severity of the irritation. Non-hazardous stands for no toxic substance which will not cause adverse health effects, either immediately or over the long term. A large proportion of Delphis Eco's range are non-hazardous products, so this helps our customers to look after their staff in a safer environment. COSHH do's. 1. Always refer to labelling, safety data sheets and the COSHH sign on the back of the bottle. 2. Refer to your product guides and training. 3. Remember to wear the correct PPE, such as gloves, mask, goggles, overalls and protective footwear. 4. Store chemicals safely and securely. 5. Use recommended dilution ratios and always follow instructions. 6. Ask your manager if you are unsure or contact Delphis Eco and we will happily help support. COSHH don'ts. 1. Never, under any circumstances, mix chemicals. This may cause a chemical reaction with dangerous consequences. 2. Don't overdose or use incorrect dilution ratios. Always add chemicals to water when diluting to avoid splashback and excessive foaming. 3. Don't put chemicals into unlabeled containers or bottles. 4. Never use chemicals from unlabeled containers or bottles. 5. You must not leave chemicals unattended. 6. Lastly, never use chemicals that are not approved by your company or for any purpose other than the one that it has been designed for. Examples of COSHH don'ts. If you mix ammonia with bleach, you can create a gas that is poisonous, e.g. mustard gas, which was widely used as a weapon in wars with particularly harmful and deadly effects. Please do not mix chemicals. Overdosing product can result in slippery floors or a damaged surface. It is tempting to think that if you use more chemical, it will be much more effective in cleaning. Note, a large proportion of Delphis Eco's products are highly concentrated for both added sustainable and economical benefits. Therefore, we advise you to follow the dilution guidelines located on the back of the packaging, the bottle, information sheets, or mini guides. Importance of PPE. Let's have a look at some of the personal protection equipment that you may need to use to complete a task safely. Never overlook your overalls as a means of protection. They may seem flimsy, but they can protect you from all sorts of potential hazards. Be sure to use them as intended, not with the sleeves rolled up to clean an oven, for example. Never forget to change them immediately if any chemical is spilled on them. Gloves and gauntlets will give excellent protection of hands and forearms, even if you do not find them comfortable to wear. Goggles are essential when handling any chemical which could spill or splash. You only have one pair of eyes, so look after them. A mask may be necessary if you are working with certain chemicals which are dispensed from a spray bottle, such as oven cleaner. Be sure to use a mask which is approved for chemical use, and not just a dust filter. In some situations, it may be necessary to wear some protection on your feet. This may be the case if you are washing down a waste disposal area and run the risk of walking through a solution of water and chemical. Employees are responsible for wearing the correct personal protective equipment when all other measures are inadequate to control exposure. Employers are responsible for providing, replacing, and paying for personal protective equipment. Health and safety measures. Avoid contact with eyes when using chemicals. Should product get into your eyes, please seek medical attention immediately flush eyes with water, occasionally lift upper and lower eyelids, check for and remove contact lenses, continue to rinse for at least 15 minutes. Chemical burns must be treated promptly by a physician. Avoid inhaling product. If this does happen, get medical attention immediately. Move to fresh air if in discomfort and stay in a comfortable position for ease of breathing. Loosen tight clothing such as collar, tie, or waistband. Avoid contact with your skin. If product does get onto your skin, flush contaminated skin with plenty of water and continue to rinse for at least 15 minutes. Remove contaminated clothing. Check and clean inside of shoes before reuse. Chemical burns must be treated promptly by a physician. Lastly, don't ingest chemicals. If swallowed, seek medical attention immediately. Wash mouth out with water. Do not induce vomiting. If vomiting occurs, the head should be kept low so that vomit does not enter the lungs. Remove dentures if you have them. Chemical burns must be treated by a physician. Product labeling. Please always refer to the product labels when using the chemical for guidance and safety measures. You will notice that all Delphis Eco's products come with the product name, use pictorials and its purpose on the front with information on the back that includes hazard classification, direction, instructions, as well as dilution ratios. All products will also have information sheets and safety data sheets available. Refill and reuse. When a concentrated product is diluted as instructed, e.g. antibacterial sanitizer, you will get 166 700mm refills from each 5 litre. This not only saves on plastic consumption and a CO2 reduction, it encourages cost savings. Dilution instructions. In general, our concentrated products are diluted as follows. For a 700mm refill bottle, it will require one 30mm measurement of chemical to 700mm of water, one push of a Pelican pump, or one push of a dilution control dispenser, e.g. surface and equipment sanitizing. If you're using a bucket, bowl, or other receptacle, we recommend at least two 30mm measurements of chemical to every 5 litres of water, 2 pushes of a Pelican pump, or 2 pushes of a dilution control dispenser, e.g. floor cleaning. Color coding. At Delphis Eco, we refer to color coding rules of NHS guidelines. Having color system in place reduces the risk of cross-contamination from one cleaning area or surface to another, whilst making life easier for the end user. Green color is allocated for kitchen, sanitizing. Red color is allocated for washroom, bathrooms. Blue color is allocated for general areas of cleaning. Signage and training. At Delphis Eco, we provide you with visual aids that can be tailored to your specific business's cleaning and hygiene requirements. These visual aids will help give breakdown of product, its main use, dilution ratio, cleaning methods, and COSHH symbol along with health and safety information. Please see as follows examples. Dispensing Guide to Kitchen Chemicals. Our Guide to Cleaning a Classroom and Washroom. Our Guide to Cleaning a Commercial Kitchen. Our Guide to Cleaning a Coffee Shop. Our guide to cleaning a hotel room. Our guide to property management cleaning. Our guide to cleaning a restaurant and bar. Instructional stickers. We provide area of use instructional signage for our hand care products. This helps eliminate error in pouring the incorrect product into a dispenser. Wash your hands green sticker indicates back of house, antibacterial soap product. Wash your hands blue sticker indicates front of house, perfumed soap product. Sanitize your hands red sticker is used for both front and back of house areas for hand sanitizing. Questions and answers. We are now going to ask you a series of 10 questions called Do You Remember, relating to your COSHH training. Do you remember? 1. Name one reason why we clean. 2. What does the acronym mean for COSHH? 3. Describe the hazard symbol for a corrosive product. 4. Who is responsible for the safe use of chemicals? 5. COSHH do's. Can you name one when using chemicals? 6. COSHH don'ts. Can you name one when using chemicals? 7. What is the first aid procedure if you get chemical in your eyes? 8. Who is responsible for wearing PPE? 9. Describe the 3 color systems. 10. Is COSHH a legal requirement? Conclusion. Legislation states that we have a duty of care for ourselves, our colleagues, and the general public. You are key to the processes and safety procedures in place at work. Chemicals used incorrectly can increase environmental impact, increase risk to yourself and others, and increase the cost to your employer. Thank you for your attendance, and we hope you enjoyed the content of today's training. And please expect to receive electronically your COSHH Safety Pass certificate that confirms you have trained in the best practice and application of Delphis Eco products according to COSHH guidelines.